much for the light show. Pissing, I want pissing off. Sucking in a smoke screen. Selling a hallucinant dream. Folding up the skyline. Agreeing on a steep decline. Can't control this airplane. Being caught is just the same. Headed for a low life. Little love is so polite. Waking up the coordinates. Smell like self-defaulted means. And did the bones collide? Who let the bones collide? Why did the bones collide? It's always the same with me. Ending the same way. So much for the showdown. Keep it up while keeping on. Choking on the cold feet. Rolling up the plastic sleeves. Can't control the slow ride. Little lover so polite. Turning off the low light. Tell me that the bones collide. The bones collide. The bones collide. Little lover so polite. So polite. So polite.
What up, ninjas? Let's get started by putting our plumb barbs on and getting exciting for this week's release of The Sims 3 newest expansion, Pets. Are you excited? Alright, good. For those of you who don't know, the first Sims game was released in the year 2000. It's created by Maxis and still is, and produced by Electronic Arts as well. The game itself is about being in control of one person's life or multiple, and where they live, and you can actually, and what they own, what their job is, their traits, and everything about this person you're in control of. Now in the year 2000, this was kind of square, so you have to imagine Minecraft, but you're just controlling a person's life. So that was kind of hard to play, but not, because at the time it was the best technology. And you wouldn't even notice it. Nowadays, you'd probably play it and be like, how many pixels is this guy made of? 1? But it did really well back then, and it's the reason why 12 years later there's a 5th expansion being released. But at the time, they released a series of expansions off the first one, all of which just added new content to a game about life. So basically, imagine you're sitting in a room and you're like, what kind of ideas can we come up with The Sims? Well, you just have to think, well, if I had a lot of money and basically all the free time in the world, what would I do with myself? And that's how they created all the Sims and their expansions. They added things, first off, like house parties, being able to have parties for your friends, have them over, have fun. Go on hot dates, not just normal dates, hot dates. Sims get to go out and date hot-ass pixels. As well as eventually get pets. Pets were unleashed in the first set. For those of you who don't know, pets came out in the first one. And then even magic was introduced in the first, on the last expansion for the first game. Making magic, you were able to do crazy shit you still can't do again. And that was about five years after that, four years, they made a sequel, The Sims 2. Which basically took the same idea they already did and made it better. They took the graphics, the square graphics, improved them, smoothed them out perfectly, repeated and then rinsed their hands, and basically redid all the expansions again. They just released some expansions. They expanded upon the expansions that were already out, by making them slightly bigger and more detailed. So they ended up being 8 expansions the second time around, which basically covered all the same stuff they had in the first ones, except for there was no magic. But they added seasons, which a lot of people are big fans of. You know, like right now it's fall. Everyone loves fall and pumpkins and like that. By the way, have you had a latte, a pumpkin spice latte? Those things are awesome. You should go to Starbucks, get down on that immediately. Anyway, the weather itself could actually kill your Sims in The Sims. And other than seasons, there was open for business, which allowed Sims, I guess, to own their own business and probably get bought out by larger corporations, or at least, you know, forced out by larger corporations, not necessarily bought. Free Time was also one of the newer ones that was released for the second one that wasn't in the first one. And I don't really know much about it, other than what we can get from the title, Free Time. So I guess they had more free time. I thought Sims had free time, with all their fully created world, where all they do is speak in a language completely made up, called Simlish. It's made up of like 5 different languages, you know that? They just threw it together, made up a completely new language for a video game. So The Sims 2 went on until the year 2009, where, and throughout that time period, they also released a bunch of packs. I mean, stuff packs, my bad. A bunch of stuff for your Sims to put in their house and fill up their room that you paid money for. So, good job. I mean, it's a really good game. So it's one of the only games that could probably ever re-release itself and probably sell more copies of, which they did a 3rd time in 2009 for The Sims 3. Which is actually a really big upgrade. The first and the second one basically combined themselves and then multiplied like 3 times, and that's how you get The Sims 3. It's that advanced. A lot of computers can't even process it. Probably still can. I mean, at this point you'd hope so, that they can. But since they released 4 expansions before the pets, there have been 4 expansions, all of which have been enormous. They're not just simple expansions like some of the other previous ones from the older ones. It actually has, like, World Adventures was the first one, and you can go to sim places that are they're exactly like places in real life, only in Sims. So Sims has basically taken over the real world, in a sense. And there's an Egypt, there's a China, and there's a France, and it's more fun in The Sims because it's video games, so crazy stuff happens. I mean, not necessarily more fun than doing it in real life. I'm not saying, hey, you know, you should probably just play The Sims if you're planning on going to China. Nothing like that. However, it is pretty fun. And they added new jobs. There's lots of crazy, like, just new stuff has been added. Ghost hunting. That was one of the earlier ones. So after 4 expansions, they finally got to the point where they are now. And that is releasing pets. The last one, I think, might have been Generations, where each individual age group got their own set of what the hell's going on type things. Babies and children basically learn either how to be rebellious or be nurturing. And as they go, I think young adult and adults all are just about being in relationships and getting married. That's all that The Sims are all about as young adults and adults. And then when they become elders, they're all about watching their grandchildren and just reminiscing about old times. So you realize the detail they're getting into with these new expansions. You wonder how many they're actually going to be able to release, though, since there's so much content in these new expansions that include a lot from the previous ones, like, piled up. But they do have a lot of room to work with, since they can probably do anything. Probably make a space version of it. They've already made a Medieval Sims, which is just a random spin-off. They've already taken over the social network. They've already taken over just random handhelds and all the consoles. They have games out for all of them. Even the Sims 3 Pets is going to be released on consoles, as well as the PC. It's just that big of a juggernaut at this point. It is a juggernaut of a game created by Maxis, produced by Electronic Arts, and it will probably live on for a good 10 years. But we'll start with what's coming out this Tuesday, which is the newest Pets. It's the third time Pets have been introduced to The Sims, and each time that the users have had their power stripped away, you know, their immediate thoughts have been, I just can't wait for Pets to come back. That's all I want are pets. It's just that I know all of you who play The Sims have always you're so into the pets, that and seasons, but mainly the pets. You've been waiting for it, and I'm going to tell you all about what the Sims Pets has in store for you when we get back from these messages. Attention adult men over 20. Is your bed filled with dirty clothes and items you've recently purchased? Are you always making your own meals and even cooking some of them? Do you come home to an empty house with a comfortable feeling of serenity? If you or someone you know is suffering from any of these symptoms, they may already be diagnosed with type 4 no-girlfriend diabetes. This is a serious disease that may be fatal if not treated before it's fully developed. Some signs of developed no-girlfriend diabetes include a lack of dependency on others, oversleeping, prolonging cleaning of the house, laziness, too much free time, loss of time awareness, excess money, and even increased cooking skills. In some severe cases, sensual candlelit baths as well as epiphanies have occurred, but are not likely among most average adult men. See your doctor immediately if you are suffering from any fatal symptoms. Otherwise, call this number now to receive a subscription to Playboy Phil to help treat minor symptoms. It only took me 2 weeks to get back to being an asshole and feeling alone again. Thanks, Playboy Phil. Playboy Phil is not for everyone. If you are seeing someone in a serious relationship, or married, or have a child, or are planning to have a child, or dating, Playboy Phil may not be for you. Thanks, Playboy Phil, for reminding me to feel alone and be hateful. Call now to receive your free trial of Playboy Phil for only $19.99. Welcome back! Alright. Now, I'll let you guys with me talking about The Sims, and so let me pick up right where I left off. Sims 3 Pets is basically a revamp of the last one. You get to customize cats and dogs, as usual, all the fur and everything, but you also get to customize horses now. Hold your horses, like what the horses? I didn't expect horses. Excuse me. But they're there and you can customize them as much as you can customize the dogs and cats. And apparently they're a step above the others because you can actually ride your horse in the game. And you don't need a car anymore. Just ride your horse to school, work, wherever you need to go, you can ride your horse. In addition to these guys, you can also get rodents, snakes, lizards, turtles, deer, I don't know. All these is pets that are in game as well. Your pets can have babies, or kittens, puppies, and fowls. Sorry. Is that right? I have no idea. And also, if you're lucky, you might run into a unicorn, which will either bless or curse your sim. Also, it will set things on fire and teleport. So I don't know who thought about that, but apparently unicorns are really, really epic, especially in The Sims 3. In addition to that, there's new music, which, like the past couple Sims, it probably has some good artists on it that have redid their own songs, redid their hit music in Simlish, just for this game. So that'll be interesting to hear. It's always fun to hear artists sing in Simlish, because you're like, oh, I know this beat, but where do I know this beat? And it's like, oh yeah, that's awesome. So that's really all that there is to The Sims Pets. It's going to be really cool, but there isn't really much other than that. Like, it's just pets. So, however, since this is the 5th expansion and it is October, and if you pay attention to the dates that the games have been released, you can probably expect the next expansion, if there is going to be one, in the beginning of June or end of May. I'm not sure what it could be about. We can speculate. My guess would be it has something to do with seasons or magic. It's one or the other. I can't imagine what else they would come up with. And how are they going to follow that one up? I have no idea. But if they're keeping the pattern, they're going to be doing it for at least 2 more years before Sims 4, which will have to re-trump everything and you'll have to just buy it all again. Yay! Alright, that's enough about The Sims. Let's move on to the next topic by not staying in this room anymore. You probably can still see me, but that's okay. I don't care. Welcome to the Dream Room. I've had a little expansion on myself, and hopefully there's just more room for me to think and breathe. Space. Gotta love it. I know last week I was a little harsh on the band that was playing Limp Bizkit. Because I may have made fun of them for doing a little better than actually most artists do. I didn't realize how good they were, and I apologize. And I will keep my opinions in the past with Fred Durst where they belong. And let's move on. So this week in rock band, Blink-182 is releasing 3 more tracks. They've already got 10 out. I've got 8 of them, and this week they didn't hold back. They've released the Party song from the MMO The State, which is pretty fun, and they've released Stay Together for the Kids, which is also pretty cool, and that's from the Take Your Pants Off and Jacket album. It's hot in here. The third song is Up All Night from their newer album, Neighborhoods. And this song actually turned out to be my favorite of the 3 songs they released. There's a lot less summer in the Neighborhoods album than usual. So definitely pick those up if you're in the rock band. There's also a single out by The Clash, Rock the Casbah. No, that's definitely not. That doesn't even make any. They're both English, I get that, but that's literally the only similarity here. I mean, they might have been both in the 80s, but no, that's just, can we try that again? I'm sorry everyone, I just want to, okay, yeah, no, I mean, yeah, but that's definitely Millennium, that's Millennium, come on, really? Alright, I've had it with rock band. I don't even think you guys are paying attention or listening. I'd seriously rather talk about WoW and how Hallow's End is here, and almost here at least, and how everyone can start celebrating the Forsaken's break of Lich Kings and gaining their free will back, and celebrating with trick-or-treating and bobbing for apples and just dressing up in costumes and going out and setting flame to a wicker man and fighting the Headless Horseman in hopes of getting his mount so you can fly around in your own flying steed. But I wouldn't dare talk about WoW. No, it's too far gone. Nobody should play. Well, I can't talk about WoW. Not even. But if you were to play WoW again, I know right now usually is when really crazy, unusual stuff happens in the game. A lot of glitches. Like, I remember seeing things that I really shouldn't have ever seen happen during this time. If that should happen to you, if you're playing, I would just act natural, pretend like nothing's wrong, and maybe take a break from the game. Which, speaking of taking a break, let's go ahead and take one right now. I'm in way over my head. My credit card debt is killing me. How am I ever gonna get things straight? My life is Don't give up. Gust can help you. We'll help you stop spending money and start saving. Our methods are proven to be effective and will have you back on your feet in no time. I just bought some awesome shit, and now I don't know why, but I can't afford it. It's like I don't have any money at all. But Gust really blew me in the right direction. Whenever I tried to make a purchase, they intercepted the cash, and instead of me getting new shit, they showed up and broke my old shit. Now I've learned to live with what I already have, and I don't always need something new. Gust really helped me out of a tough spot, even if they did sledgehammer my laptop. That's just what we here do at Get Your Shit Together. Okay guys, thanks for watching. That's all we have for this week. Make sure to pick up The Sims 3 Pets. That comes out this Tuesday. Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides also comes out this Tuesday. WoW, Hallow's End starts this Tuesday. And don't forget to pick up the rock band content. Blink-182. Party song, Stay Together for the Kids, and Up All Night. Oh, and Rock the Casbah. Yes! Wait. No! Thanks for watching, ninjas. I'll see you next week. Is it really how we're gonna end it? Me without pants on? Me without pants on. This is me with no pants on. Na, 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 na. That's me with no pants. I got an idea. This week, we've got a lot of things to talk about. Not really. But just hold on as I get my thoughts together and reveal them to you. Nigglets. Let's jump right into it this week. You're gay. You're so gay. Giving them a reason to make the city. A sequel. Hey ninjas, what's going on? Let's get jumped. Flops or do me hoover snobber. The game did so well that I would punch myself in the dick if I could right now. All I need is a beat that's super fly for you back it up slowly. Oh. The most interesting thing is that there's a freaking unicorn that sets fire to everything and teleports around and curses or blesses your Sims depending on, I guess, what mood the unicorn seems to be in. Who put that in? Who was like, dude, let's make this freaking epic unicorn just fly around and beat people up, set shit on fire and teleport, blast, and put holes in your head with unicorn horns. And you can tame them. And after you tame them, you can mate them with your damn horses. So you have hybrid unihorses. What the hell is that? What the hell is a unihorse? Unihorse. Or a horsicorn. Horcorn. That's a horn. That is a f***ing horn. You can't mix unicorns and horses. That's stupid. Hybrids. But they're quieter and more sleek and less fuel. They're more fuel efficient. Bastards. Bastard unicorns. Is that right? I know. Hot damn, doggies! All I wanna do is dance, dance! Alright, let's mark that. Nigglets. Hi guys, welcome to my new and improved dream room. I've done a little expanding of my own, and